Now, how does Brenay feel about Tim? Attraction, but all one way. Sexual animal magnetism. Financial setbacks, furniture, appliances in the city, court case. Social, not wanting to be alone. Happy children. Instability, unforeseen circumstances, shopping, and jewelry. What? Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this amazing reading for Tim and Brenay. I'm going to try to do like Tim and then Brenay. So, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but so I don't have to do 2 videos on them too. So, whatever. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch this video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Remember, this video and its contents are for entertainment purposes only. Tarot readings are intuitive interpretations and should not be considered a substitute for legal, financial, medical, or mental health advice. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, so let's get into the energy for Tim in regards to Brenay. Okay. How is Tim feeling? He feels like someone who was loyal is no longer loyal, yelling out, barking out, crying out, screaming out. There's this energy of him feeling like there's dead end, stalemate, not now, lack of clarity, perspective shift is needed. Also, when it comes to Brenay, feeling very lazy, a bump on the log, loafing, inertia, false start, no response, disinterest. Now, this could be that his manifestations, his ideas are being met with delay and obstacle resistance. This could also acknowledge that if there was a child trying to come through, it's being met with obstacle and delay as well. Also acknowledging when it comes to Brenay being pounced upon, unbeknownst to him, sexually, emotionally, and or creatively. Acknowledging like now is a time, go get it, required and inspired action. Also acknowledging that this is a karmic relationship. It's dealing with a karmic past, past connection, karmic debt. Okay, communicating that in the area of passion for people, business, family, friend, or foe, romantic energy that the heart chakra has imbalances and or delays, which impedes upon his finances, the energy of success, whether or not he has up healthy boundaries, and feeling like he's not standing on a firm foundation. Again, stumping in the water to see his reflection, to take accountability and responsibility for his actions, and asking, how did I get here? Why am I here? And what am I going to do about it? Lastly, Spirit is acknowledging that the flower is wilted here, acknowledging that love is lost, coming up short in the area of love, stepping on one's heart, acknowledging arrogance, vanity, self-importance, being high and mighty, modesty is needed. This is the windy road that he has chosen, and at any time he can get on a more straight and narrow path if he chooses, but if he doesn't, that's his business. His choices are a direct reflection of what he believes he deserves. It is raining cats and dogs in his energy field. This is requesting and requiring him to surrender and release this relationship so that he can move forward, so that he can get past this. This is a temporary intensity. We see water again, water sign energy, anxiety, sadness, fear, depression, wanting to clear, cancel, and release that to manifest a life that he does want. Also acknowledging Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios. It's the pot calling the kettle black. There's a lot of projection, similarity, blame, introspection, hindsight is needed, right? So they're going back and forth energetically. That is what it feels like, okay? Tim and Brenay. All right. Ooh, this card just flew off the table. Spirit is acknowledging that this is the past. The past returns, and he's settling when it comes to Brenay. We also get the 4 of Swords. So this is just acknowledging that there is some contemplation. This is acknowledging anxiety, overstimulation, needing rejuvenation, chronic stress, and chaos when it comes to her. Wow. Anything else, Tim, how he feels about Brenay? Jealous. She's very jealous. That's his other half. And that this has to do with love after a heartbreak, but there's still some distance between these two. And there's an understanding. See how one person is happy and the other person is like, only one person is getting gains in this situation. How does Brenay feel about Tim? Oh. lazing around like a bump on a log, filled with inertia, false start, no response, disinterest. So she's being met when it comes to him with obstacle and delay to her manifestations, her ideas, and possibly even a pregnancy if they're, you know, trying to conceive. Look at these cards. So similar. It's raining cats and dogs when it comes to him. There's a temporary intensity, surrender, this too shall pass, but there's a need to release so that you can move forward. There's anxiety, sadness, fear, depression. Again, look, water sign energy, needing to clear Cancer, release this to manifest a life that one does want. There's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, not listening to one's higher intuitive self. The heart chakra is overwhelmed and burdened. She has some health concerns, trying to hold on to sexual energy, creative energy, emotional energy. Spirit is acknowledging and also trying to hold on to her choices. This is a mirror match. She's supposed to see this relationship, learn from it, and move on if she chooses. Brenay, what's the energy between Brenay and Tim? Spirit says it's in the middle of the deck. This is a hookup. She believes this is a perfect match. There goes that card again. Love after heartbreak, and it's a no. Imperfect for each other. And this is a lesson that needs to be learned. This is more about this, XES, than anything else. Send in the collective energy, love, and light. Okay? Tim, how does he feel about Brenay? Work card, overburdening yourself. A charm, magic. Small problems, nose to the grindstone. A hard worker or workaholic. Elevations, attention to detail. The power of chance. Interesting. Now, how does Brenay feel about Tim? Attraction, but all one way. Sexual, animal, magnetism. Financial setbacks, furniture, appliances in the city, court case. Social, not wanting to be alone. Happy children. Instability, unforeseen circumstances, shopping, and jewelry. My goodness. And in the middle of the deck, how she feels about him. A man, trust, open heart. A dog, a long-term relationship. Loyalty, the past. Innocent in nature. Honesty, good progress. A pleasant trip. Stamina. Masculine things. Healing. Sending the collective energy, love, and light. Brenay and Tim. Okay. Need to get balanced. Because it feels like there's an earth angel who is moving on. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Needing to get in balance. This earth sign energy, getting in balance and moving on. Okay? There's also an energy of ascending. This feels like we're talking about a different female. Because of their relationship, this different female, this other female is getting in alignment and moving on. And she's going to be the rich girl. Whoa. Are we talking about, I did a reading on them 3, 4 before. Are we talking about Akira? Okay. Tim, current energy. He's in bliss. But that's the third party stitch. On the surface, you're in bliss, but it's really a third party that you're... Okay, got it. And he's enjoying the fruit of the labor. He's being a rich guy, but he's also under attack. Look, abuse. Getting hit with rotten tomatoes. How does Brenay feel? Current energy. On the surface, she says she's ascending. She has faith. Praying for the divine masculine. But there will be an awakening that is going to require her to tap into her high priestess energy. She's not listening to her higher intuitive self. Spirit says that the money that's falling from the sky is going to be a message of concern because it's going to the courts. Uh-oh. In regards to this relationship. All right. So in regards to the time of this relationship between Brenay and Tim, and you know, time is spiritual, not mechanical. What are we looking at in regards to how much time does this relationship have left? Tim and Brenay. Spirit says it's in the past. Oh man, 9 months from now to the next couple weeks, they're gonna hit a little rough patch and they're gonna be like, you know what? That's their business, child. Tim, how does Tim currently feel about Brenay? Why is I don't know her in reverse? Oh my goodness. He said, I don't even know who that is. And then we get the Ace of Swords. And so there's this energy of him having clarity, him having some sense of honesty, a sound decision, making a sound decision and new opportunities. Okay. Spirit is acknowledging that everything that glitters is not gold when it comes to her. There's with the 10 of Cups in reverse, despair, broken family, divorce, separation, conflict, and disharmony. Brenay, when it comes to Tim, how does she feel? She's acknowledging there's imbalance. This is disrupting the finances, disrupting the foundation, not having healthy boundaries, no plan for the future, lack of organization, overextending when it comes to Tim. You know the drill. We practiced for this. We talked about this. We talked about what to do when such and such happens. Remember, Tim? Remember? And then we get the 5 of Wands in reverse. Exhaustion, compromise, teamwork, harmony, solutions. Don't forget about what I said. What's next for these two, Brenay and Tim? Ooh, the 3 of Swords. Heartbreak. Hotel. This is a heartbreak. Hotel. Heartbreak, loneliness, betrayal, sadness, and grief. To think you did all this only to end up with heartbreak, lack of forward planning, holding on to the past, self-doubt, regret with the 3 of Wands in reverse. And then justice is in reverse. Injustice, imbalance. Wow. Dishonesty, failure to take responsibility. Interesting. Spirit says there's one more card in the middle of the deck. And then finally, we get the 9 of Swords in reverse, gaining clarity. Learning to cope, letting go of anxiety and optimism. Because whatever you do, it will come back to you. Whatever you put in the universe, it is yours. Whatever you put in your red wagon, you have to pull. Y'all, call me back.